sound of your approaching feet still echoes in the alley, quiet and profound. The place where my foundations crumble to the ground. The compass spins wildly, broken by your ghost. You are the destination that I wanted most. Oh, the atlas of the heart knows where the truth resides, beyond the shattered promise and the ocean tides. Though we are miles apart, the major key connects every single future that my lonely soul rejects. I trace the lines of fate that brought you near to me. We are bound by destiny, though we cannot be free.
Yeah, that empty space is proof that the love was real. Don't be ashamed of the pain that you feel. She carries the memory like a stone in her hand, walking through the desert of a barren, lonely land. But the stars above watching, they see the sacred glow. The love that was planted, it continues to grow. Keep the map close, man, never throw it away, because the soul knows the route back to a brighter day.
Oh, the atlas of the heart knows where the truth resides, beyond the shattered promise and the ocean tides. Though we are miles apart, the major key connects every single future that my lonely soul rejects. I trace the lines of fate that brought you near to me. We are bound by destiny, though we cannot be free. I close the book of sadness, but the pages still ignite with fierce and reckless memory of your vanished light. The heart is a cartographer, drawing paths to you in every city, every shadow, every quiet view.
This is not the end.
I walk through fire with shaking hands, still holding on to life. I am becoming, not broken. Every scar sings my name. Pain teach lesson, not defeat. Every fall refine defeat. I survive what tried to end me. sky turns black, the air is still before the cleansing comes. The fever that the city will be broken by the drums. We hide our faces from the sting, the torrential heavy flow. But this is the promise that it brings, a chance for things to grow. Let the water wash away the sin, the burden of the past. Let the purification begin, a transformation meant to last. Lament will finally fail, the cycle truly transcends. This wild electric flame, the purest self we've seen. The lightning splits the broken dark, illuminating the way, leaving an incandescent mark, promising a brighter day. The earth is drinking deep and long, restoring essential life, making the fractured spirit strong, ending the inner strife. Returning to the sacred place, the pure self we've seen. Leave the dry, dusty stones for the blessed fertile ground. Stand beneath the monsoon veil and let the spirit be cleansed. The world's lament will finally fail, the cycle truly transcends. This wild, relentless saving grace washes the concrete clean. The world's lament will finally free. Accepting the violent change, asking for nothing more, escaping the human range. They build a glass ceiling and call it paradise. Man still locked in hunger, paying the highest price. Invisible bars on the window of the mind, telling the poor man his future is behind. See the children starving while the feast is on the hill. Corporate corruption, yeah, it makes my heart stand still. We march to the rhythm of a fabricated song. Wake up, Jah people, where did we go wrong?
I see the gilded cages, the shackles on the soul, but a new sun is rising, taking back control.
Break the golden chains they wrapped around our hands. We were born for freedom, scattered on these lands. Hear the thunder of the spirit rising from the dust. In this cinematic moment we place our solemn trust. Though the night is long, the major scale will guide us home. We are stronger than the empires built of stone.
The paper truth they sell is brittle and thin. The only revolution must come from within. We trade our silence for a promise on the screen, but the light of true justice remains unseen. Oh, the system breathes in shadows, feeds on doubt and fear, but collective hope is the weapon we hold dear.
Break the golden chains they wrapped around our hands. We were born for freedom, scattered on these lands. Hear the thunder of the spirit rising from the dust. In this cinematic moment we place our solemn trust. Though the night is long, the major scale will guide us home. We are stronger than the empires built of stone. Hear the people roar from the ocean to the shore.
We will fight for what is pure. We will find a final cure.
No more division, only one true vision.
We choose light over illusion.
We met beneath the moon of pale desire. You lit a foolish, uncontrollable fire. I traced your shadow where the memory still clings. A whisper caught between the silent strings. I wear your silence like a heavy winter coat, searching for the letters that you never wrote. This ache is a devotion pure and deep, a solemn vow the lonely heart must keep. I launch my paper lantern across the sky, a desperate prayer whispered to the passing light. Oh, I'll wait for your return in this familiar major key. The hollow space beside me is where you used to be. The wind is cruel, it screams your name and dies, but the love we broke still burns behind my eyes.
Yeah, separation is a fire burning down the soul. You lose a vital peace, you never feel whole. Love is not a promise, man, it is a covenant. A seed you must protect, a future you must invent. You walking through the shadow but you see the sun on night. Everything she crying reach the stars in the sky. Hold on to the feeling, let the rhythm ease the pain. True love will return like the tropical rain.
I launch my paper lanterns across the sky, a desperate prayer whispered to the passing light. Oh, I'll wait for your return in this familiar major key. The hollow space beside me is where you used to be. The wind is cruel, it screams your name and dies, but the love we broke still burns behind my eyes. Oh, The city's dust is in my throat, the noises fill my ears. I shed the skin of what I wrote and drown 1,000 fears. The stones are smooth beneath my feet, where moss and memory cling. The ancient sacred cool retreat, the peace the wild can bring. The air is thick with chlorophyll, the leg of the green, a promise that the soul breathe the mist of the river of unremembered gloom. Breathe the mist of the river of unwritten prayer, where the silent stones speak clear, washing every burden, every care. It cleanses every wound we bear, returning the spirit to light. Breathe the mist of the river of unwritten prayer. Breathe the mist of the river of unwritten prayer, where the silent stones speak clear, washing every burden, every care. It cleanses every wound we bear, returning the spirit to life. The water moves without debate, surrendering to the slow, accepting the inevitable fate, the gravity of hope. If we could flow with such a mind, resilient and serene, we'd leave the troubled self behind and find what lies between. And there's no need to con the floor, no need fish out loud. The answer is the nature core, standing tall and proud. See the rhythm of the tide, the natural law is true. Put all your ego aside and let the spirit renew. Breathe the mist of the river of unwritten prayer. Breathe the mist of the river of unwritten prayer, where the silent stones speak clear, washing every burden, every care. It cleanses every wound we bear, returning the spirit to light. Breathe the mist I am the droplet, I am the sea. I am the whisper and the roar, returning to what used to be, and asking for nothing more. Nothing more, nothing more.
Concrete is heavy, man, it drained the life force. You need to find the natural energy source. Go back to the jungle where the wild thing roam free. Look up to the canopy, the ancient family tree. The medicine is growing under the sun so hot. Forget the pharmaceutical, forget the things you bought. The wind blow a secret, the water runs so clear. Just spirit in the mountains, overcome the fear.
I follow the current, rushing through the darkest night, to where the earth remembers how to shine its light.
Send your rivers to the soul, wash away the lies, reflecting the true future in the endless major skies. The jungle breeze, the promise, deep and evergreen, washing out the poison of the life we've seen. The roots are reaching deeper than the fear can ever go. Feel the sacred water where the wildflowers grow. The mountain ranges prove that stillness can be strong. It weathered every winter where the weary winds belong. The silent testimony of the stone and aged wood reminds us of the simple things we misunderstood. We are just fleeting shadows in the landscape of the free, restored by the relentless grace of gravity. Send your rivers to the soul, wash away the light, reflecting the true future in the endless major sky. The jungle breathes the promise, deep and evergreen, washing out the poison of the life we've seen. The roots are reaching deeper than the fear can ever go. Feel the sacred water where the wildflowers grow. Breathe the air that's wild and clean.
We are children of the sun.
The journey of the healing has begun.
They monitor the vital signs, they feed us tailored news, building their digital confine, forcing us to choose. The screen is brighter than the sun, the data holds the key, but the true revolution has begun, fighting for sanity.
We cut the wires to the head, we disconnect the lie. The hunger for the real has spread beneath the open sky.
We break the wires, we break the stream, the algorithm will fall, awakening on They try to standardize the soul, put price tags on the spirit. Lost the essence of the whole, hoping we wouldn't hear it. But the truth is a frequency you cannot interrupt or block. It shines for all humanity, ticking like a digital clock.
Yo, them feed you the fake reality, sell you the temporary fix. Break the chain of casualty, them Babylon politics. Step away from the virtual prison, them try to hypnotize the mind. We need the clear vision, leave the digital world behind. The power's in the people's hands, unite against the scheme. Rastafari commands, we live the conscious dream.
We break the wires, we break the screen. The algorithm will fall, awakening honest scene, answering the freedom call. The silent army of the board is rising from the digital haze, a future story to be told in brighter, unfiltered days. The signal fades to static white. We are the architects of change, stepping bravely into the light, breaking out of the measured range. We break the wires, we break the screen. The algorithm will fall, awakening honest scene, answering the freedom call. The hourglass is broken, the sand ran out on us. I stand among the ruins, turning dust to dust. I built my world around the promise of your name. Now all that's left is cinders of a vanished flame. I memorized the silence where your laughter used to be, a hollow, fragile monument inside of me. I will not forget the color of the sky that night, the moment we exchanged the darkness for the light. This is the final tide of love, pulling you to shore. I'm ready for the future that we can't ignore. I taste the ocean's sorrow, heavy and profound, but the major scale of passion is forever bound. I sail the seven seas, but every compass points to you. The only place I'm home is where your love is true.
Yeah. The anchor is lifted, the ship must sail away, but the spirit never far, even in the darkest day. The memory is the treasure, guard it with your soul. Don't let the bitterness take its final toll, man. You feel the empty space, you feel the heavy dread, but the love that was real, it can never be dead. She carried a promise locked deep within her heart, even when the timeline tried to pull the two apart.
This is the final tide of love, pulling you to shore. I'm ready for the future broken, silent scene. I don't need a map to trace the edges of your soul, because you are the final destination, making me whole.
Patience is the silent artillery, stronger than any bomb they throw, building a future for all to see, watching the true revolution grow. We will not bow to their demand, we are the current that won't cease, taking back the stolen land, fighting for eternal peace. They try to paint us in the gray, to separate and divide. But every single passing day, our unity runs wide. The lie is getting harder now for all the world to trust. We've learned the sacred secret vow, rising from the economic dust. Oh, unite the people, black and white, break the barrier of the class. The power is in the natural light, the true change must come to pass. The sound that explodes. Whoa, our patience is the silent artillery, stronger than any bomb they throw, building a future for all to see, watching the true revolution grow. We will not bow to their demand, we are the current that won't cease, taking back the stolen land, fighting for eternal peace. Oh, we don't need a flag to wave, we only need the common dream. The future is the gift we save, flowing like a vital stream. Ooh.
of where your head once lay. This quiet, perfect transgression, stealing my light away. I hear you breathing in the hall, a sound that isn't there, responding to your silent call. Trapped in this heavy air, this yearning is a constant hum, a frequency I know by heart, the sweet reminder of what's come, tearing my world apart. Your memory is the unspoken lullaby. Your memory is the unspoken lullaby. Oh, your memories is the unspoken lullaby. If only love could bridge the distance and tear this veil in two. I live with silent fear, systems, and tear this veil in two. I live with silent fear, systems. Everything points back to you. I try to find your face in crowds, in shadows of the street, walking beneath the heavy shrouds, admitting sweet defeat. The photograph is faded now, but the feeling is still new, breaking every solemn vow. If it would bring back you, mankind, listen to the heartbreak rhythm, the sorrow in the tone. She was the love I should have given. Now I reap what I have sown. The silence is louder than the drum. The absence is profound. I walk with the spirit numb, on lonely, haunted ground. No matter how the clock spin round, her memory remains the sweetest sound. The soul is bound to the pleasure and the pain. Your memory is the unspoken lullaby. Your memory is the unspoken lullaby. Oh, your memories is the unspoken lullaby. If only love could bridge the distance and tear this veil in two. I live with silent fears, systems, and tear this veil in two. I live with silent fears, systems. Everything points back to you. Slow to halftime, FEMA leaning into your. The quiet ache is all I keep, the treasure I won't release. Falling into dreamless sleep, praying for a moment's peace.
silence of the midnight road felt colder than the void, carrying an unnecessary load, something I never enjoyed.
We look for signs among the stars, hoping they'll guide our hand, ignoring the invisible scar in this forgotten land. We are the fleeting, sudden spark lost in the cosmic dust, searching for meaning in the dark, built on pure faith and trust. We're made of stardust and broken maps. We're made of stardust and broken maps. We're made of stardust and broken maps. We're made of stardust and broken lamps. I traced the lines upon my palm. They told a different tale. Survived the quiet inner storm. Through the relentless gale, the only anchor that we own is the spirit deep inside, a truth that must be known wherever we may hide.
Look upon the vastness of the space. The earth is just a grain. If you know your rightful place, if you find the end of pain. The map them give me was a lie, a system built to deceive. We look up to the sky, the true knowledge we receive. Jah is the ultimate source code, the one who write the tune. Lighten up your heavy load under the crescent moon.
We're made of stardust